Hey guys, welcome to another fun and exciting iMight GT7 stream. This is the Manufacturers Cup at Road Atlanta Group 3 cars. I'm with Mazda. What a poor choice. This is GT2, so 20 laps. Medium and soft tyres required. 1 times fuel and 3 times tyre wear. So this round this series there's 4 different rounds, and I've decided during this series I'm gonna try and do a proper qualifying, and it's getting concerning, racing against the Asian region. Although I did qualify on mediums, I did give it a proper attempt and still ended up last. Which isn't all bad, when there's chaos, you want to be near the back. I don't know if you noticed there, I've got door number 1. I saw that when I was in the pits. I thought, could this race get any worse for me? Door number 1, I should be up near the front, or finish near the front, having door number 1. Why am I door number 1? I think all the good results I've had in Nations has pumped me up, and now I'm in Manufacturers, racing against the Asian region. I'm struggling now. I got a lot to say for the Asian region there. It's pretty obvious there. They're much better than our region, I believe. They're a bit more organised, a bit more skillful. So if you were to look back a couple of races ago in Nations, I'm starting from the back intentionally, and by the end of lap 1 I might be in P5, for example. This not so much, occasionally like that car there, having a few little issues, but not much goes on, and it is a struggle. So my strategy and my setup, it's pretty much the usual: traction control 2, ABS on weak, brake balance at -1 or 3, I think it is, -3, to the front, ABS on weak, and not AMS on, and counter steer on strong. Doing a couple of laps during the week, I found it was my fastest setup. There's another car just getting a bit loose, so slowly from 16th up to 13th, so things seem to be okay. But on bumper cam, this is not a good track for me because the corners are blind, and look at all the clouds, so the track is cold, so hard to get a bit of traction, so you can drift a bit wide if you're not careful. So yeah, 20 laps, so that was my setup, and my strategy is starting on mediums and 10 laps on mediums and then 10 laps on soft. Now I do have a second account. I think that was the strategy for my other car, not this car. I think I should have done about 12 laps on medium and 8 on soft. So when I'm on soft, you'll see halfway through or somewhere like that of the soft stint, I begin to dial my brake balance more to the rear, because my front left really began to wear, and I was watching it and getting concerned, and I thought, oops, I think I pitted a touch early, and what can I do about it? And it was just dial back the brake balance. I was concerned. The reason why it's more to the front is I think the back end can lock up and slide out a bit. Doesn't seem to do it in this race. Maybe because I'm doing it a bit later and the tyres are already nice and warm and slightly worn. So the performance didn't matter. It was just it didn't really come into effect. So it was good that I moved my brake balance. This is another race, guys, where I'm not going to talk through the whole thing. I'm really like the other race. I can't remember where it was. I've forgotten. But again, a mediocre performance. Trial Mountain, I think it was, and not much happens. And so I'm only putting these up for future record so that I can look back. And the reason why I'm doing it is when I look back 2 years ago, there are gaps where maybe there weren't great races and I just didn't upload, and I'm thinking, well, what happened? Why are there gaps? Races are missing. So if you were to fast forward, I don't blame you. It's a bit of a struggle to watch other people do this when you haven't performed too well. There goes that Porsche. What is this, lap 4? So there's 2 other Australians in here, Caleb and Dank, and Dank in the Porsche just went off track. Caleb, I'm wondering if that's the A plus driver, Caleb, that I'm more familiar with. There could be 2 Calebs, who knows. But yeah, there were good points up for grabs, but the performance wasn't the best. So yeah, yeah, this is a race. Normally what I would do, this is the first race of the day. I would hop in, and if I did okay, then I'd be pleased and hang on to it, and then move on to my second account. But it's probably 5 hours later I eventually hopped into my second account and did just marginally better. So yeah, this wasn't a good round for me. Next week is Nordschleife. I thought maybe I should practice for it. I've got a whole week and just practice and become good. I just can't see myself doing it. I just don't have the interest in mastering that track. There's so many tracks up for offer, which I'm, pretty good at. There's got to be a track that you suck at, and for me it's the Nordschleife. It's just too much. So I don't think I'll be doing that one. And looking forward to the end of this. I really should get involved with the Asian region more to lift my game. Just when you think you're doing good, you hop into the Asian region, or maybe even the European region. The large regions, obviously a larger pool of competitors. I think the standard is a bit higher. I have said in the past, I feel like there's a poor amount of attendance in the Australian-New Zealand region. There's not that many that race. I guess a lot drift off to other games, ACC or the other one, I can't remember, Forza, whatever. And some of them also drift off into their own little cluster of group races. So maybe they're still around, they just don't do these races. But if you've seen my races, you'll see how easy it is for me to shoot through to near the front. You join up with the Asian region, and that opportunity isn't there for me because they're a little bit more organised. Yeah, so I guess that's something I want you as the viewer to take away, is that I think the Asian region, if you want to improve, you've got to try and hop into lobbies with the Asian regions a bit more than once a week, for example. And if you were to look at any of the really good drivers, let's say in Australia, I'm thinking of Metagear. He has some connections with the Asian. He knows some of the Asian drivers. He practices with the Asian drivers. And I think if you want to lift your game, I think that's where you got to go, to lift your game. So we're on lap 7 of 20. And again, I'll be pitting lap 10. I think that was a slight mistake, but no big deal. I think I adjusted okay for it. And yeah, it wasn't brilliant this race. So I have seen a few races already. Dave Brevington, well done for your race. You did really well. D-Brev, that's what he's known as on YouTube. Consistent lap times. Personally, I think, Dave, if you're watching, your lap times were at the level of this, if not a touch better. He did really well. And then live, I watch V-Man, he would normally race in GT1. Sometimes there's certain races where you can only watch so much, and then it gets a bit too much. Yeah, I didn't know whether or not to pass him. I thought I'll give him a bump draft. It was a bit too much of a hit. I got damage at the front and he's got damage at the back. And I thought, oh, you idiot. Maybe I should have just passed him. Trying to be nice. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment and a like if you don't mind. And come on, nations. I did wonder whether or not I'd ever do manufacturers ever again, because I struggle like anything. Either I don't do it ever again, or I've got to lift my game and maybe hop in a bit more lobbies with the Asians. Lift my game. Anyway, so again, I probably won't be doing Nordschleife, so I'll probably see you in the next season, which might be a Toyota Cup or a Nations, whatever it is. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you on the next one. Bye for now.